¿Qué tal, amigos de GuTech? Aquí de nuevo desde el CES. Esta mañana desde el Venetian transmitiremos algunas de las charlas que se van a dar acá.
Very compelling what we have planned for you. So look forward to future CESs, E3s, PAXs. We're going to come out and launch new versions of it, and it's going to get really awesome really quickly here.
Yeah, I thought it looked really cool. I obviously am a sucker for customization, but I like the whole concept of kind of introductory overclocking. As somebody that wouldn't really necessarily know what they're doing, it's nice to know that there's kind of a safety net there for if I want to kind of dabble in those waters. Mm-hmm. So that's really smart. Can't wait to use it. So you all know that what's going on with that?
So some of you may know that we've been in esports now for a long time. We were actually one of the first hardware providers that invested in esports about 10 years ago. We've had partnerships with Team Dignitas and Team Liquid, very, very strong partnerships over the years, some of the best teams that are out there. Well, we're about to take that to a whole new level. I mean, esports, for those of you that don't know, is absolutely massive. There's over 350 million people playing and watching esports today.
Especially because I kind of consider that when I started, that's kind of when esports in the US has just started to dip its toe in the water. It was obviously huge overseas, but it wasn't even talked about here. And it's been amazing to watch just that growth just explode out the gate. It's nuts.
It's absolutely. It's one of the, it is
train gamers to compete at the highest level of competition, to play against other gamers that are also competing for the biggest prize money and at the biggest tournaments. So we are we are the largest esports team in the Western world. We have 70 athletes. We represent 13 different games. We're across 20.
100% full time. They compete at a level of gaming that, I mean, it's just superior to the average gamer that's out there. And the prize pools, the organizations, the business behind it is massive. It's absolutely massive.
And we've come a long way, you know. So we started our partnership about 6 years ago. And when I think back to that time period, we were actually here in Vegas. We were in a residential house. We had a bunch of gamers squeezed into bedrooms. We had one living in the closet. And we've come so far to kind of keep up with the 350 million people that are kind of watching this today. We'll have coffee and maybe some
tequila, we agree.
Yeah, some tequila.
I'm not visiting if there isn't.
Yeah, and then over here, we're going to actually have a area for all of our production team. So our production team is called One Up Studios. And there are video editors, our graphic artists, our VFX artists that create content on all of our athletes. The narratives, the stories, the track to world championships for like our Dota team. So that's where we create all of this amazing content and document stories.
Why is that content relevant? Why is that content important? And how are we helping you build better content than anything you've done up to now?
So content is compelling, just like if you were to watch the Olympics, right? I'm not sure if folks tuned into the Rio Olympics, but if you went to their Facebook page, you saw the story of the athletes. Where are they from? You know, where did they start? How did they train?
It kind of humanizes these superhuman people out there that have these capabilities that are beyond anything we've ever seen before.
Right, exactly. So for example, League of Legends, there's 100 million monthly active players that just played this game.
Doing business. Lucky for us, we have a special guest who knows a lot about this, a Dell veteran who actually launched Dell's first recycled desktop PC back in 2008. Dell's head of commercial PCs, Daryl Ward. Daryl?
Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Doing good? We're in the home stretch. It's been a while, but we're going to get you there. We saved the best part for last. That wasn't a joke. That's serious. A lot of great technology today, right? But let me tell you what I love about this company. Products for many years. Not all together, but over the course of many years, we've delivered a lot of products. I was around when we delivered the first PC that used post-consumer recycled plastic. If you bought an Optiplex in 2008, there were 17 water bottles worth of plastic in that bezel. It was the first time anybody did anything like that in our industry, but at that point, we had to break that glass. It was important to the company, it's important to customers, and it's important to us that we continue to raise that bar. And we've continued to do that. We got a long list of firsts. Back in 2016, we announced the first ever recycled carbon fiber. We take recycled aerospace carbon fiber, mix it with plastic resin, and we build Latitude notebooks with it. In the last 2 years, as you can see, We've taken 2 million pounds of aerospace carbon fiber out of landfills and put them into the latitudes that you guys buy. Pretty exciting, right? Nobody ever did that before we got here. We're moving from plastic to carbon fiber, now to metals. First time ever, anybody in the technology business has created a closed loop supply chain for metal being recycled out of technology. It's a crazy point. You can see it up there on the screen. There is 800 times more gold in 1 ton of motherboards than there is in 1 ton of ore mined. It's a phenomenal number. 800 times the gold sitting in landfills, dying to be resurrected and put back into PCs versus digging it out of the earth and doing more damage.
So you guys are probably wondering what I'm doing here. I promise it'll make sense in a second. Where are you going?
Oh,
you're grabbing that. Okay. We're shaking it up. So like DELL, I also built my own business, Buy You With Love, on the principles of sustainable design. And I'm constantly learning new things, and I'm continually shocked by the amount of waste, which is
not
much. And you're probably thinking the same thing I was thinking, which is we should do something about that. So we decided to partner on something that's very special, something that's never been done before, and the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure, is very appropriate here. We're literally taking trash and turning it into true treasure. So the gold that's in this motherboard that he is holding has been extracted.
That's right.
And we are repurposing it, and we're putting it back into new computers and servers and, of course, my personal favorite, sustainable jewelry. I'm sure it's yours too, right? Can't wait to get it.